Saksi sa
Sa
Double
linya
B!
natin si Attorney Ralph Sarmiento, International Law Expert. Attorney, magandang umaga. Si Joel Siweng.
Magandang umaga po.
Yes, magandang umaga,
Opo.
Joel and Ryan.
Yes,
Opo.
sir.
Attorney,
Yeah.
kausap namin si Attorney Topacio, abogado po ni Pastor Apollo Kibuloy. Sabi niya, extremely unfeasible.
Unfeasible.
Yun daw pong pag-extradite kay Pastor at this time. Tamang panukat ba yon dito po sa partikular na kasong ito?
Well, theoretically, of course, it is possible. No? Article 11 ng RP-US Extradition Treaty actually provides for this particular scenario na may request for extradition from the United States and at the same time na may kinakaharap siyang kaso dito sa Pilipinas, and that's exactly what Article 11 of the RP-US Extradition Treaty is all about. So under that provision, the ball is actually given to the Philippines as the requested state. So it is given two options. Number one, pwedeng i-temporarily surrender to the United States to face trial before the US courts where cases are pending, or pwedeng i-postpone yung surrender. Meaning to say, pwede nating sabihin sa Amerika na tapusin muna natin yung mga kaso dito sa Pilipinas, or even to say na assuming there will be a conviction na papatapusin muna yung service of sentence dito sa Pilipinas.
Yun ay kung magkaroon ng finality yung kanyang conviction, attorney.
Opo,
Okay.
opo.
Tapos pag sisilbihan
So-
mo, ibig sabihin kung halimbawa hatulan siya, paano kung reclusion perpetuo yung hatol?
So,
paano yun?
Depende rin po yun. Kung reclusion perpetua, so technically po hindi na po feasible yun. No?
Exactly, oo.
Pero normally po, may possibility po na kahit na reclusion perpetua, there's a possibility na subject to the agreement of both states in this particular case, pwede po na pagkatapos ng judicial proceedings here in the Philippines can temporarily surrender him prior to service of sentence for purposes of facing prosecution there in the United States, particularly sa California.
Opo.
Kasi po yung purpose naman po doon, it's the principle to allow it's the principle to establish culpability. So if we delay it let's say for several years, yung availability ng mga witnesses, yun yung isang
Yes.
concern. So while fresh pa sa memory ng mga witnesses and available pa sila, so normally you have to allow for the prosecution. And then after that, subject to the agreement, pwedeng let's say after the judicial proceedings in the United States, pwede na naman siyang ibalik to the Philippines for service of sentence. Now, assuming magka-conviction din sa United States,
Yes,
no?
oo.
And assuming life imprisonment din yung sentence niya doon, so magkaka-agreement between two states kung saan niya i-serve yung life imprisonment. Kasi kung life imprisonment yung sentences in both states, it can be concurrently served, parang simultaneous yung
Yes.
service mo. So service of life imprisonment in the Philippines or in the United States will tantamount to serving it in the other state.
Paano
Parang
po
ganun
kung-
yung possible na agreement.
Paano halimbawa, attorney, kung less ang parusa sa kanya na taon ng kulong doon sa Amerika at dito yung life imprisonment? Alin ang pwede mangibabaw na dapat niyang pagsilbihan sa alinmang bansa?
In that particular case, I think yung life imprisonment na sentence will have to take precedence. So, subject to agreement, more likely yung magiging agreement doon, kung nasaan yung mas mataas or mas mahabang sentensya, dun isa-serve yung sentence.
Opo. Paano, may paraan ba para harangin pa ni Pastor Kibuloy yung extradition laban po sa kanya?
Well, yung question lang naman sa extradition, no, after it is evaluated by the Department of Justice, so there will be the filing of an extradition petition before the Regional Trial Court.
Opo.
And then yung magiging main issue lang naman doon is whether or not extraditable siya under sa terms ng ating extradition treaty. So yung pinaka-question doon, for example, pursuant to yung tinatawag natin na principle of double criminality, whether yung crime allegedly committed there in the US is also considered to be a crime here in the Philippines. So in this case, common denominator
Yes.
medyo more or less pare yung sex trafficking, child
Opo.
abuse, human trafficking. So more or less pare yon. Kasi yung actual na designation or titulo or pangalan ng kaso, pangalan ng krimen, hindi yun yung controlling yung elements and substance nung
Kaso.
krimen, yun yung tinitingnan. And then of course yung requirement pa under sa treaty natin, the charges must be punishable by at least 1 year of imprisonment.
Okay.
So once na determine ng kaso ng korte natin na extraditable, so there will now be parang decision for the extradition. Pero even after the regional trial court decides or issues an order for the extradition, ultimately it will still be the prerogative of the Philippine government, particularly the executive branch through the president, kung how they will execute the extradition.
Yan. Yung puntong yan, Attorney Ralph, yung sinasabi ninyo, ultimately, nasa kamay pa rin ng executive ang desisyon kung padadala siya ron o hindi. Pagka pinadala siya ron, Weng, baka naman isipin ng iba na mga sumusuporta kay Pastor Kibuloy, political ito. Hindi ito sa ngalan ng hustisya.
Hindi ba pwedeng korte yung mag-decide na
Paano
lang?
ba yun?
Kasi
Paano
po yung
mababalanse ron, Attorney?
yung extradition po kasi it is both a judicial and at the same time a diplomatic process. So yung parte lang po ng korte natin is to determine whether or not extraditable siya. And then after that, maglalabas sila ng decision on the extradition case, but yung implementation po nun, it will be subject to the president pursuant to his prerogatives in the conduct of foreign relations. Kasi titingnan niya yun, yung for example, yung mga considerations doon like yung relationship natin sa
America.
United States. So, yun. Titingnan niya yung ibang factors sa diplomatic side na naman.
Alright. Attorney Ralph, salamat. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you po, thank you po.
Magandang
Good
umaga
morning,
po sa
sir.
inyo. Attorney Ralph Sarmiento, ang isa sa ating mga kilalang international law expert, mga kapuso.